there folks, it's Handmade by Shirley. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a fancy fold card today. I did this card, I'm not sure what it's called fold wise. I did this card a long time ago when I was doing Stampin' Up, because I know these are Stampin' Up cards, stamps even, and that's a Stampin' Up sentiment. So I thought I'd try it again today. I'd do a different colour combos. So I've got Kraft card and white card, and I'm wanting to do some heat embossing. So this card's really nice. It's got a lovely fold. It's quite easy to do when you know how. Looks a bit complicated, and it stands up really nicely like that, and you can send it to the recipient because it folds basically flat. So I thought I'd come on, and I had 3 attempts at making a video of this already, but I think I've got it now. So I would suggest for the scoring using your scoreboard, because I tried to do it on the trimmer and that's where I made mistakes. So what you need, this is basically your template here. It's basically the template that I've made here. So what you need is a piece of card, any cardstock you like, and it measures 5.5 on the short side, and it's going to be cut down. So it's an A4 piece cut down to 5 and, what did I say, 5 3/4 by 10 3/4. Now there's various layers and things which I'll tell you about in a minute. I just want to do this scoring part first because this is where I slipped up. So if we start with the long side here first, and we're going to score at, I've got my measurements, let's get it. So score at, so we're not going to score on the long side first, we're going to score on this short side, 5 3/4. And what we need to do is score at 1/2 inch. So that's right. So I'm scoring at 1/2 inch and all the way down the track, right to the bottom. And we're going to turn that round, or you could score it that side as well if you wanted. And just do the same here. Score at 1/2 inch all the way down. Oh, don't go off your track like that. Right. And then the next thing that we want to do, so we've got these 2 score lines. So when we're scoring down, we'd want to keep within the 2 score lines. That's where I was going wrong. I was going above, right down the whole piece of card. So we don't want to do that. We want to do keeping it in between the 2 horizontal, the top and the bottom score lines that we've got already. So to score, to do that, you're going to get to start at this top line at 2 inches and go down to that bottom line there. Okay, and then you're going to go to 4 inches, which is here, and you're going to do a score at 4 inches. Okay, use the other end, and then you're going to go to 4.5. Actually, it's maybe better with the, I don't know why it's so wiggly. So 2, 4 and 4.5, and then you're going to turn your card and do exactly the same at this end. So 2 in between these score lines, don't go up to the top or the bottom of those. So start there once you've got your score, and then you can start there but don't lean on it, and then go down so you know which track it's going in at, and then your 4.5. So there we go. Okay, and that's all the scoring we need at the minute. Now when you do actually get to, no, that's all we need. I'm overthinking it. So that's all you need to do for your scoring. and we need to do a wee bit cutting. So I'm using my, actually I might just use my trimmer for this. So all we want to do now is to cut off these 1/2 inch score lines that we made with our trimmer, or you could cut it with scissors, whatever you fancy. So trying to line it up in the track so that we get it in the right place. So chop that end off and chop this end off as well. If I've got it right, I can always doctor it if I've not. Now, let me just see, because I'm starting to think, no, I've got it wrong. So I think I need to doctor it in the middle. So the middle part actually needs, so this piece here, so this bit here is where this bit folds. This bit folds up. So that's this bit here, because you've got that thin panel there and that thin panel. So when it's in place and all the bits are on, that's how it folds up like that, okay? So we do need to, or don't we? Just trying to see. We do need to go up a slight notch. So if we come back to our scoreboard, I haven't done this bit, you see. So it's only going to be this piece. So this piece and this piece here with the double, so that's the inch score lines there. So it's going to only be, let me just check, for that whole bit here and that whole bit here. So we only want to come down, I'm trying to see, 1/2 inch. So it's going to be here that we're going to be cutting. So we're going to, oh, if I can get in the track. Let's see if I can get in the track here. So down there, and it will be here. Oh, it's not going in the track. It's not liking it very much. Right, so that's not the best, but so at 1/4 inch there, and turn it round and do the same there. So 1/4 inch roughly is there. Oh, it's gone off the track. I don't like that. There. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to cut that away. So if we cut up there, I'll cut up a wee bit more up there. I don't know why that's not quite did it properly. And then we're just going to cut off. I was going to do it with the big scissors, but I'm just going to cut that away. So we're left with that bit in the middle, and then turn it round and do exactly the same at the bottom, so the other side, not the bottom, like that. Push that back. Like that, and that's it. That's how your template should look. So I hope that's been okay for you. If you find it difficult, if you're trying it and you're not sure what to do, just drop me a line and I will try my best to help. So now what we want to do is just do the fold and burnish. So fold that one there. Fold that one back. Doesn't really matter, I don't suppose. Fold that one forward, it doesn't matter. And then fold that one, just give it a big burnish down as well underneath. I'll trim off, there's some bits there that are quite raggedy. So I've got my basic shape now, that's what I wanted. So it should actually come forward, not backwards. Let's just fold that a bit down. And then that will go backwards. So, like that. So it should look like that. And that's your template. Okay. So we've now got some layers. So what I'll do, I'll not show you me putting them together. So I've done a little bit of thing there. So if you want to take a wee screenshot, you can. So I'll sit there for a bit. Screenshot, and then we can turn the page. So I've got various white layers that I want to put on. Now I've got 8. You could just do 4 for the front, but I want to do the back and the front, just because I think it finishes the card off. So you've got white layers just to coincide with the Kraft and White colours. And that's your middle section here, which is going to be like that. And these are all for the back. So you need, if you can either have 8 of the white or whatever colour cardstock you're using, and you would need 8 of the Kraft if you're using Kraft card. And they measure, the white layers measure 4.5 by 1 3/4, and the Kraft layers measure 4.25 by 1.5. So you need 8 of them. And this middle panel, the white piece measures 4 3/4 by 4, and the Kraft card measures 4.5 by 3 3/4. Okay, and that's the basic shape to it. So what I'll do is I'll come back in a minute once I've put all the white layers on, because you don't want to watch me doing that, I'm sure. And I'll just turn it around to this side, because actually that should be the front, surely, because the other side's different slightly. Yeah. So I'll pop all these bits on, and then we'll come back and we'll do some heat embossing with white ink. Okay, back soon. Right, I've come back, so I've put all the white pieces on, and I've left off the Kraft pieces because they're not ready to go on yet, if you see what I mean. So just trying to think what I've done here. That should actually go this way, not that way. So I did say initially you needed 8 pieces of an extra layer of the Kraft card or any other card you're using. I would say just make probably 6 of them, because on the back you don't necessarily need to have them on that back piece. It's up to you, but I think I'm going to leave 2 of them off. I'm just going to concentrate on the front. And this panel here is for this middle part at the back, and that just fits in there. It's for a greeting, if you want to put a greeting in there. And that measured, where's my ruler? Here. Oh, must be, I've got it. What did I do with it? Oh my lord. Where's it hiding? Where are you? I bet somebody's saying it's there, it's there. It's there, it's there. No, can't find it. Anyway, I think it was 1 3/4 by 4 1/2. I'll check that after. So that's the back piece that you're seeing there, and this is the front here. So it sits like that basically. So what I wanted to do was some heat embossing on to the Kraft card. So I've got a choice of stamps. I've got a choice of these Impression Obsession stamps, or I've got these they're quite old, but one of my subscribers, Mary, who lives in Canada, she has a set of these as well. So I could use these Charles Rennie Mackintosh style. I'm just trying to see what would fit in to these, if any of the bits would fit in. Perhaps I could just do, and I could put one of these into the middle, perhaps, possibly, or that one, which is really nice. I've actually got a card base I just did with that, and then I coloured it and put glossy accents on. Really was nice. So could have that in the middle with perhaps this in the middle. So let's go for that. We'll use the Charles Rennie Mackintosh ones just this time. So I'm going to use white embossing powder. Take these out just now. So it's white, opaque bright white Wow embossing powder. I got that at last year at Crafting Live Doncaster. I don't think there'll be one this year. I can't see it being that. So I could use a different colour. I could use silver or gold, but I always think white looks nice on craft cards. So that's what I'm going to go for. So I will get a mat underneath because it's better to have something underneath than nothing turned around the right way. So I've already stuck that onto the white, which I probably shouldn't have, but I did. So basically. Right, so I'm then going to get my, so I thought I would, I've decided I think I'll go for this bird. And I can perhaps put this onto a block. I should have a block big enough, hopefully. I'm thinking, maybe not quite big enough. Let's try one of these squarer ones and see. Yeah, that's better. So I don't know where I got these stamps. I think they were just out of Amazon. So, as I say, I can't remember, but I think they were from Amazon. But I used them a long time ago, and as I say, Mary, who lives in Canada, who's one of my subscribers, she has got the same set. So I'll ink that up, and I'm going to ink it nearer the top because I'm going to try and put that sentiment up there as well. So just do it there. Like that, and hope for the best. There we go. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love it. Love it, Mary. You'll love it again. And then we can pop this in the corner here. So I'll just get another block. Lift that up. I mean, obviously you can use these stamps for anything. You don't have to do it with this fun fold, but I just thought it would be a nice wee addition to the fun fold. There we go, and we'll get that heat embossed, whatever you call it, cooked. So we're just going to go in over the top. That hopefully is going to stick. Let's get the tweezers. Come on. Yep, that looks good. Quite happy with that. There's a wee bit there. I just want to brush away because it's like on a wee bit just here. I want to brush away. Okay, I think the rest's okay. So let's pop that back in just now. I know I'm going to be using it again, but I'd rather have it in the container than not. And I'll just get my heat tool and I'll just dry it on screen. So just heating the tool up a wee bit because it's always good to just heat it up, and it's probably going to warp a bit, but hopefully it won't warp too much. There we go, it's starting to go now. I do love Charles Rennie Mackintosh stuff. There's actually a National Trust house, the House of an Art Lover, which is not too far away from here, from me. And I haven't been to it, but I think I'm going to have to go, being a member of the National Trust for Scotland now. So yeah, I think that's a good shout. There we go, so that's our middle panel. It has warped slightly, but it's fine. Just give it a wee. So that's what it will look like when it's on the front, like that. So that's that piece done. So let's get these panels. Let's think about what we could do with them. So 4 at the front, isn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I said I was only going to do. I don't think I'll do it. I might do 2 at the back, I'll see, but not 4 at the back. So let's just concentrate on doing these 4 at the front first. Leave that out. Right, so we've got on, where's the stamps? What have I done with them? La. Oh gosh, they're here. Sorry, I'm singing. So there's this thing that would definitely fit, and there is this rose which I could do on a couple of different bits. I don't think that one's going to quite fit. It might. Let's try it and see. It might fit just, it might not. It just does fit. So let's just go for that one then. Where's my long piece? My long. So let's just get that on into the middle. Put this to the side just now, and let's get my Versamark sticky ink. Try and stay in camera shot, folks, because I'm quite bad at not. So I think I might go for 2 of these, or maybe I'll just have them all. Put it halfway up, I think. There we go. That looks nice. It's not quite stamped in one of these, but that's okay. I can do it again because I've got extra. And let's just do this one sort of halfway up as well. Like that. It's okay. Oh, get off. Might do that one again. Put that on the side. Push into the card. That's better. So we've got these 2. So let's emboss these 2 first. Oh, cover that up because I don't want to get powder on it. Tweezers. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. That'll be fine. And there's some wee bits there. I'll just give that a wee blast as well. Let's put this back. Oh, wasn't a good shout, surely. I'm trying to keep it in there and then you end up... No worries. Right. Just top that on for a minute. So I'm going to heat emboss these and then I'll come back in a minute. Right, I've come back and I've done that and I've stuck them in place. So I think they look good. So I've got these pieces here that I want to do now. So we're going to do a different stamp this time. I'm not going to use that one. We're going to use, I think we're just going to go for the little floral on its own. So I can do a couple of wee stamps on that. So I'll just get a block for that. And I still need to do this because I'm going to be heat embossing it again anyway. Put that glue away just now. So let's get our sticky ink. I'm just going to do a wee pattern of the roses down that bit of the card. Like that. Keep it on there. And just a bit down there. So we'll get that one covered in embossing, just so that it's not waiting too long. And just take that off. And that looks fine. We'll get that cooked in a minute, and then I just want to do exactly the same with this one. So let's just put some of this on. So just making a wee pattern all the way down. Do go, and then just popping that in as well, as quickly as we can. There we go, that's good. Let's try and put this away without spilling it, surely. Concentration is needed. There we go. Right, pop that away, and I'll just heat emboss these and then add these to the card as well, and then we can just add the other bits. It didn't work. Right, so let's just heat these on camera. So what I'm going to do is pop this on and just put that one to the side and just hold this one. There's a few wee bits there actually. Never mind. Wait a minute. I went and smudged that there. Where's that wee brush? Ugh. And that one. Never mind. Didn't quite mean to do that at all. I have to do that again on the other side of this one because I don't have another bit of card cut. Let's just do another one because I smudged that, didn't I? Silly me. Very quickly. That'll do it. Let's get it back in the powder. Let's just pop it over there for a second. Pop that quickly in some powder, and then we can finish that off. See, Even I make mistakes. That one's not quite covered there. Don't know if that's better. Right, we'll deal with this after. It's going to be too much time. We're about 30 minutes. Right, I will come back. I'll just cook these off screen. Right, so I've done that. There it is. I've put them on. And now all I'm going to do is pop this front bit and the back bit on. So this front bit wants to sit in this area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue here. Like that. And then I'm going to pop it on. Try and keep it level with the top and bottom of the card. Like that. I'm just going to give it a push down with this. Like that. Oh, I should have put that away. I knew it. Never mind. I've had an accident. Not to worry. Get that fixed in a minute. So then that should sit up like that. And I probably should have put it in more in the centre, but it's not. And then when you fold it down, it's pretty flat. That's quite thick because it's obviously Kraft card. So we do need a couple of panels on the front as well. So what I'll do is I've got these two pieces which are the same size. So we do need a couple of panels on the front, and this is for our very back panel. So I'm wondering if, I'll turn these round, I'll just, that one's round the wrong way, put some of this on. So this is so that nothing else clings to it other than what you want to cling to it. So let me see what have we got that would work. We have got this stamp, but it sort of goes round a corner. But what we could actually do is just use a bit of it. So just using maybe that piece. I'm not sure that would work though. What about this long? This is a, I know this would be on its side, but would fit more or less. So let's do that. So we need that nice long block. So we'll put that onto there and we'll ink it up. Did I do that? Did I do the, just do it again. Don't know what I did. So I'm just going to ink the whole thing up and then we'll see what we can do with it. What I might do is just have a little bit of it on here, and then I can do exactly the same on the other edge. So there's a wee bit there, and then just a wee bit at the other edge. Like that. So that's that. Put that in there, and we can do the same with this one, and that will give it a bit of interest instead of having nothing. So just slightly off like that. Oh, that's probably less than that one. Might put it on a bit more at this side. So I've got some powder here that I can pop these two into. And where's my... So let's try and get some powder onto these. A bit more on this side. more on that side. Oh, that's better. Just give it a wee tap. That's one. And try and get it on here as well. A wee tap too. There's a wee bit here I don't want on. Just get rid of it. It's not quite going to come out very well. And then just get rid of the bits you don't want, which is this bit here and that bit there. I don't want that bit. Just tap it off, and it's the same at this end as well. Right, I'll just put that there. Let's get these dried. So I'll be back shortly with them. Right, so we're back now, and we're going to just pop, I'm just going to pop this on the front here, like that. So just get my glue, and then that'll be me done. It has been quite a long video, but it is quite a lot of folding, cutting and layering in on the card. Come on, glue, come out. Oh, it's not coming out. I think what I'm just going to do, I wouldn't normally do this, is use this tape pen because it's here and it's quicker. I wouldn't normally do this. I would normally glue it because I find that, oh, jings, that's squintish. I find that sometimes these tape pens don't always keep your project in place. They sometimes come off, and just depending on heat sources within your house or wherever you've got it. If you've got it above a radiator or a fire, or if it's in direct sunlight, I think sometimes these fall off, so I tend to prefer glue. That is it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. If there's anything you want to ask, please do. I will put that little bit on the back when I've got a sentiment to go in it. I couldn't find anything that would really work. And that is my fancy fold using Charles Rennie Mackintosh stamps bought from Amazon UK. I dare say you'll get them in the US. Yeah, fun fold. So using Kraft card and white card, and this was my original one, which I did a number of years back. So please let me know your thoughts. I will put this up on my social media. Please do look in the information box because there is quite a lot of information in there, and it's good to have a look in there. So thanks so much, and I'll be back soon. Bye.